BTS's V causes the most surprising item to sell out after showing off his Christmas gift. When a 3-minute live stream turned a simple chocolate into a global phenomenon. In the glittering universe of global pop culture, where marketing strategies are calculated months in advance and celebrity endorsements are sealed with multi-million-dollar contracts, there are moments that remind the world that true influence cannot be manufactured. It happens naturally, quietly, almost accidentally. And on December 23rd, BTS's Kim Taehyung, known worldwide as V, created one of those moments with nothing more than a shy smile, a piece of chocolate, and a 3-minute live stream. What followed was not just another sold-out headline. It was a ripple effect that crossed borders, shook markets, made headlines in foreign newspapers, and once again proved a truth. ARMY has always known. V's presence alone is promotion. His sincerity is power, and his influence is unmatched. A surprise live, a quiet night, and an unexpected gift. December 23rd was like any other winter evening for millions around the world, calm, reflective, and wrapped in the anticipation of Christmas. For fans of BTS, however, the night suddenly transformed when Weverse sent out a notification that no one expected. V has started a live broadcast. There was no teaser, no countdown, no announcement from Big Hit Music, no elaborate setup. Just Taehyung, casually turning on his phone camera for a brief moment of connection. The live stream lasted barely 3 minutes, but those 3 minutes would soon echo across continents. As V walked into his home, dressed casually and speaking in his familiar soft tone, he explained why he had suddenly decided to go live. "I turned this on for a moment because I have something to show off." The word show off made fans smile immediately. It wasn't arrogance, it was childlike excitement, the kind Taehyung often displays when something genuinely touches his heart. Then he held up the item. Not jewelry, not luxury fashion, not a limited edition designer product. It was chocolate, a Christmas gift from a taxi driver. As fans leaned closer to their screens, curious and amused, Taehyung explained the story behind the chocolate. The taxi driver said, "It's a surprise gift, a Christmas present, Turkish chocolate, and gave it to me. There was no script, no performance, just gratitude, so I thanked him and accepted it. I came here to brag about it." That was it. No brand mention for marketing purposes, no sponsored link, no call to action. Just a global superstar touched by a small act of kindness and wanting to share that warmth with his fans. Moments later, the live stream ended almost as suddenly as it began. But the world had already changed. The chocolate that changed everything. The chocolate Taehyung held up came from Tuvana, a Turkish chocolate brand produced by Tayaskida, one of Turkey's leading confectionery manufacturers. At the time of the live stream, it was just another product on the shelf, loved locally, respected within its market, but unknown to much of the global K-pop audience. Within minutes of the broadcast ending, fans did what fans always do when BTS is involved. They searched, they shared screenshots, they identified the brand, and then they bought it. What happened next shocked not only fans, but industry professionals, distributors, and even national media outlets. The chocolate sold out almost instantly. Sold Out King strikes again for ARMY. The phrase sold out king is not new. Over the years, Kim Taehyung has repeatedly proven that his influence extends far beyond music. Items he wears casually, scarves, earrings, jackets, even everyday household products, have historically sold out within hours or minutes of being seen on him. But this time was different. This wasn't fashion. This wasn't luxury. This wasn't even Korean. It was a foreign chocolate brand, gifted by a taxi driver, shown for a few seconds in a casual live stream, and yet the result was the same: total sellout. The manufacturer responds, a small gift, a big smile. As the news spread, Tayaskida, the company behind Tuvana chocolate, quickly realized what had happened. Their product had gone from everyday confectionery to global sensation, without a single advertisement. In response, the company released a heartfelt message on its official social media account. A small gift, a big smile. Today we witnessed a beautiful moment. Kim Taehyung sharing on livestream the chocolate he received from a taxi driver brought us great happiness and motivation. The tone of the message wasn't corporate. It was emotional, grateful, almost in disbelief, because what had happened wasn't just good marketing, it was magic. When national media takes notice, The story didn't stay within fandom spaces or entertainment news. Soon, Turkey's largest daily newspaper, Hürriyet, published an article that captured the scale of the moment with a headline that stunned readers. V creates a storm in the Turkish chocolate market. The article detailed how the product sold out in just 13 seconds, describing the phenomenon as an organic marketing miracle. According to the report, a marketing story was created in which all stock sold out in just 13 seconds. Kim Tae-young, who has 70 million followers, was touched by the Tuvana chocolate given by a taxi driver and went live, after which Korean distributors urgently ordered the equivalent of 25 containers of Tuvana chocolates. 25 containers, from one live stream, from one piece of chocolate, from one moment of kindness. The domino effect across Korea. The impact didn't stop at online sales. Within hours of the live stream ending, Taya's Gita began receiving urgent calls from major Korean distributors. There are 7 distribution companies in Korea responsible for importing such products, and according to reports, all 7 moved almost immediately. By the end of the day, all existing inventory was gone. Emergency restocking orders were placed. Distribution pipelines were overwhelmed. The product became nearly impossible to find. A single live stream had reshaped supply chains. This wasn't fan hype. This was economic impact. Why this moment matters more than ever. In an era where celebrity endorsements are meticulously planned, Kim Tae-young created a global marketing case study by doing absolutely nothing intentional. He didn't ask fans to buy, promote a brand deal, receive payment, coordinate with a company. He simply shared joy, and that is precisely why it worked. The power of authenticity. What makes Taeyoung's influence so powerful is not just his fame, it's his authenticity. Fans trust him. They know when something is forced. They know when something is real. This wasn't promotion, it was gratitude. And in a world hungry for sincerity, that kind of moment resonates louder than any campaign. A taxi driver's gift becomes global history. It's impossible not to pause and think about the taxi driver, a person who likely had no idea that the passenger in their car was one of the most influential artists on earth. A small Christmas gesture, one piece of chocolate, became a story told across countries, industries, and languages. That gift didn't just make Taeyoung smile, it created waves. More than an idol, a living brand. Time and time again, Kim Taeyoung proves that his name itself is a brand. But unlike traditional branding, his influence is rooted in emotion, connection, and humanity. He doesn't sell by demanding attention, he sells by being himself, and the world follows. A 3-minute live stream that shook the market. 3 minutes. That's all it took. No music, no performance, no announcement, just a Christmas gift, shared sincerely. And suddenly, a chocolate brand sold out worldwide. National media covered the story. Distributors scrambled. A global audience smiled. The quiet power of Kim Tae-young. This moment wasn't loud. It wasn't dramatic. But it was powerful. Because it reminded everyone, fans and industries alike, that true influence comes from authenticity, and that Kim Tae-young doesn't need to try to make headlines. They find him anyway. Final thoughts. A small gift, a global impact. As the year draws to a close, this story stands as one of the most heartwarming examples of how kindness, sincerity, and authenticity can ripple outward in ways no one could predict. A taxi driver gave a gift, an idol shared gratitude, and the world responded.